Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. Today we're going to start off by showing you guys what Japanese soda is like. So this whole thing comes with a little bit of plastic cap. You remove it and it gives you this little hammer, right? What you got to do, smash that. Yeah. So,
This bowl.
and this little ball drops into this and the soda itself. Ooh wee, babo. Tastes a little bit like club soda with a little bit of like a splash of oceanic kind of flavor. I don't know if that makes any sense, but if you've had this, let me know because I'd love to hear your thoughts. I actually thought you could eat this little ball in there, but you can't. I think it's just glass. I thought it was candy initially, but it ain't. Anyways, in this video, I'll tell you about Philippines vloggers face more crackdowns, Air India crash caused by pilots, guess which country just got named the safest holiday destination in 2025, and a foreigner arrested using fake passports. Beginning with Cybercrime Investigation Unit gives ultimatum to social media influencers and content creators in the Philippines promoting illegal online gaming. Authorities gave until the end of the next week before they start taking, quote, serious action. This comes after the Philippines becoming the world's, or at least Southeast Asia's maybe even the world by now, #1 gambling country. A lot of this has to do with online gaming, the ease of use and registration and all that the Philippines trying to crack down on. Basically, people just gambling. It's ruining families. And just like we all know, it's not really something that every person wants, but they get addicted to it and they have no other option. So that is that. Let me know what you guys think. If you ever tried online gambling, I'd love to hear, because gambling operators only have roughly a month to take down billboards, advertisements on buildings, and posters displayed on public transportation. In a statement on Friday, July 11th, PAGCOR said it had ordered all licensed operators, suppliers, system administrators, and gaming venue operators to remove all out-of-home gambling advertisements by August 15th. Now, so since the Pogo situation, right? So if the Pogos were like offshore gaming operators in the Philippines, but just because they got kicked out operating that way doesn't mean they can't simply go online or rebrand or provide other ways of trying to make money. So I think that probably has a lot to do with it. Although there's no longer officially, like, let's say, buildings full of people doing online gaming, now they simply shift online and still continue the same kind of operations, because those were just the unlicensed Pogos. There are still many licensed, gambling operators in the Philippines, right? So a lot of people don't really talk about that, but that's basically what's going on. And that's how the Philippines has become the world's #1 gambling country after, I believe, Macau is #2, probably. I can't remember the list, but, you can look that up yourself, but I'll try to put like a little bit of a list here for you guys to see. Next up, a 41-year-old Cameroonian woman, Marielle Sandra Mambozo Espeze, that's a lot of names, was intercepted at Naia Terminal 1 on July 3rd while trying to fly to Manila, or Milan, I should say, using a fake passport. Philippines immigration confirmed the passport was counterfeit and arrested her. She now faces deportation. BI Commissioner Viado said that the arrest shows the Philippines is not safe haven for international fugitives and praised immigration officers for their vigilance under President Marcos' push for a law-abiding Bagong Filipinas, right? Though, yeah, this is not something you hear too often about fake passports. It's getting more and more difficult to actually fake a passport, right? Actually, it's probably a good segue. I'm going to say something a lot of you guys might be like, what the heck? But I'm going to talk about me just getting my new passport, right? So it's a lot of drama I had to go to get my new passport abroad here. But I got a passport and there's this little 4-color situation here. I'm going to show you guys. Let me know what you think of this on the Canadian passport. What are your thoughts? What are your first impressions when you see this? Now, the official explanation that these 4 colors represent the 4 seasons, right? So summer, spring, whatever, right? So let me know what you think, because for me, I was kind of a little bit thrown off by it, a little bit thrown back, saying, what the hell? I get that we want to include diversity, inclusion, and all of that, but I guess now that you see multiple colors in the same situation, I think many of us probably firstly think of something else than the 4 seasons. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think of these 4 colors on a passport? And the official explanation coming from it. Next up, Thailand was just crowned world's safest holiday destination. Thailand has been named the world's safest place to holiday according to Travel Bag. Chiang Mai tops the ASEAN safety list, with Bangkok and Pattaya also ranking high. Safety, hospitality, and modern infrastructure set Thailand apart. What do you know? Once again, one of these lists usually coming out. Typically, I ignore these things, but this one actually had, of course, a source and who actually did it. And I find it a little bit surprising, although Thailand overall is safe. As we all know, there are many things that happen and kind of surprised me that Thailand ranked the safest destination when it comes to travelers. Let's go on to our next thing. Also staying in Thailand kind of thing. Well, not really staying in Thailand, but more about Thailand operated hotels. Thailand's owned and managed luxury hotel Dusit Thani Mactan Cebu has clinched the top spot as best beach island and upcountry resort at the Travel and Leisure Awards, celebrated for its world-class service and stunning white sand shores. I've never stayed at Dusit Thani. It's slightly above my price range because usually when I stay weeks, if not months, right? So Dusit Thani, the last I looked, was around $200 a night, but I know they are popular around the world. They have many, many hotels. Let me know if you stayed at any Dusit Thani hotels yourself. I would love to know. Let's go on to Koh Phangan. So more crackdowns as 2 foreigners arrested. Thai police have arrested 2 men for overstaying their visas by 1,255 days. That's a lot of days to overstay. Buddy, at that point, yeah, somebody snitched for sure, right? That's the thing. The longer you stay, the more you risk being caught and found out. Maybe neighbors, ex-girlfriends, current wives that want your money, of just whoever, a business owner that don't like you, whatever. Anybody could say, hey man, this foreigner's been here for a long time. How is he staying for such a long period of time? Maybe someone should check his immigration status. So that is that. One of the easiest things to do in any country is to extend your visa. It's one of the first things you should do if you're traveling to the Philippines. I've heard of people doing it on the same day they land. You simply go to the immigration office, the Bureau of Immigration, at the airport if you're landing in Manila, right? So extend that, you know, it's not that hard, very affordable comparing to other countries. Although I've found out recently they've increased the price by about 500 pesos, at least the express lane. I don't want to get into the whole express lane debate. A lot of people don't like the express lane fee that's imposed essentially on travelers extending their stay. For me, personally, I don't see a big deal. Just because I know what it takes to extend a visa, what it takes to become a tourist in many countries, it's not that easy. So I understand they got to make a little bit of money, but I know a lot of people are completely against any kind of price extending your tourist visa. Now let's talk about the Air India crash that happened last month. Actually, I'll go ahead and let BBC explain it a little bit better.
In the last hour, India's Air Accident Investigation Bureau has released its preliminary report into last month's Air India plane crash, which killed more than 270 people. The report has found no significant faults with the plane. It says both fuel control switches, which are used to turn engines on or off when on the ground, were moved shortly after takeoff, causing both engines to lose thrust. While the investigation is continuing, it is clear that attention is now focused on the actions of the pilots. In the cockpit voice recording, the report says one of the pilots is heard asking the other why he did the cutoff.
Absolutely insane, especially if what they say is confirmed. And some people in the comment section were quick to point out that step to go ahead and cut off the engine cut off the fuel to the engine is a 2-step process. So obviously somebody did it intentionally. Of course, we have to wait for more details to come out, but it's so sad to know that somebody intentionally may have caused the Air India crash. With that being said, now let's go ahead and take a look. Chris Reed says Vietnam has economically overtaken the Philippines despite being involved in devastating conflicts in the last 60 years. What does that say about the Philippines leadership? The people deserve better. This is about Vietnam's economy compared to the Philippines yesterday. And T-Man says, you said the quiet part out loud, unless you have a lot of money. I don't know if that's about me or one of the stories I covered yesterday. I can't recall exactly what I said regarding money. But of course, when you have money, things become a lot easier. And Michael says, here I sit broken-hearted, paid 25 cents, and only farted. Pretty funny regarding the Mr. Lou charging for toilets and such. That's basically it.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What the hell? It's done. The speaking is over. I'm sweating. Give me the cloth so I can wash my ball sack with this. Okay, let's go see what the fuss is all about. I mean, we'll go see what the fuss is about. You guys go back to working. Nah. Include that. Oh. I have to isolate voice because of the zzz in the background.
That what is it called? The insect's name?
Cicada.
Cicada?
Cicada, yeah. See that?
Ooh, he showed the glass.
Ooh. Glass show.
Ah, hold up. Walk past it. You're gonna pull, I think.
見てるので寄り切ってほしい。Everyone, close to you, please. Close to me, please. Close to you ってあなたのそばにどういうことあるの？わかる。スーパーバーです。スーパーバーな。はぁはぁ見てないな、こっち。前を見せて。オッケー、オッケー。ごめん、もう一回行くわ。ワンマン、エブリワン。3、2、1、ウォッチ、オッケー。全員行こう。もう一回できます。次も、見逃しても、マジでバランスいく。よし、ホップラストレベル上げよう。
Okay.
頑張るっす。行こうか。レベルアップ。レベルアップ because many country audience happy. Very happy. レベルアップ。見てたの？シュパン、わー！どうぞ見てる。もう一回。リバーステーブルクロストリック。レベルアップ。よっ。ありがとう、ありがとう、ありがとう。ありがとう。いきます。日本語の方って伝わってると思います。3、2、1、引いて、拍手バランスで終わりです。5分は回りました。ありがとう。イングリッシュパーソン、メッセージ。I from Japan. Today, challenge English. I say 3, 2, 1. Full. Please, everyone. Big reaction. Last, balance. 3ターンシュパン、ウォーバランスパイ。3ターンシュパン、ガタガタガタガタン。ウォー楽しんで。エンジョイ。ミスト。いきます。行きましょう。参ります。できる。ネクスト。いきます。いきます。3、2、1。Grande finale!
And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Cheers.
Yay!
Quack, 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 quack.